You.
Well, welcome back to another Sports View. It's your girl, Cheryl Green, with the Big E. And I am here with my beautiful co hosts, T Hatch and K Dub. And y'all know I'm coming in all the way from Los Angeles, California. And I must say, well, I know y'all already know for all my thousands and millions of fans who be following me, I am a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. So
We
we
can't
gonna.
tell.
Oh no, you can't.
We
Oh,
see a little curtain up at the window.
Oh, that was flown in all the way from Cleveland. Um, okay. Well, since you got so much to say, and that's what, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
This is Hatch checking in from the nation's capital, sitting at 500 with the Washington football team. That's all I got.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess I'll go then. Hey, everyone, it's Kanisha. You know, very distraught Steelers fan right now for a number of reasons. The record, trade deadline today. Yeah. Let's get this party started. Let's go.
Okay, it's all in the ponytail, the new look for this evening. Okay. So we got a lot to talk about. And oh, by the way, we have a special guest. So we'll get into our NFL recaps. We're going to talk about, the Tuesday, the Thursday, the Sunday, the Monday games, also the scores and standings, NFL trades. Our special guest is Arif Khatib. We're going to mention our stand-up Stitcho, and then we'll cap it off with acknowledging our producers. So let's jump right in. So I'm just gonna go and just talk about the AFC. The standings right now. So we got the Bulls on top of the AFC East. We got
The Bulls?
Ravens.
The
Yeah,
who?
I'm sorry, the Buffalo Bills, 6-1. They're the top of the AFC East. And then you got the Ravens, who's sitting at 5-3 at the AFC North. We the North. AFC South is the Titans at 5-2, and the AFC West is the Chiefs at 5-2. And then we roll over to the NFC East. The Eagles, who knew? 7-0. The North, the Vikings at 6-1. The NFC South, you got the Falcons at 4-4. Oh my word! And then you got the NFC West, the Seahawks at 5-3. What's going on with them Packers?
Maybe they haven't gotten Rogers his stuff.
What would that be?
Yeah, what's up?
He needs his shrooms, man. He's like they might have sent him the ones the Smurfs used to live in. I don't know, but he's not doing so well. There is he?
No, maybe it's time. Is it time to go? Do you think? I mean, you think about his contemporaries, that came in with him, and um, we've got some comments in the chat saying yes with several S's.
Yes, is right.
He needs to go.
Someone feels like it's been time.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's just time.
So, do you think if Devontae Adams was still there, would it be time, or are they like fraternal twins and they're just missing each other and they just get it right?
No, we're not going to put it all on Devontae. I mean,
You should
like
be able
our
to throw the
producer's
ball
saying.
regardless.
Yeah, like our producer's saying, maybe it's just, his time has come and you have a great season and then you just, it's what he loves to do. So he keeps coming back, but results a little different this year.
And
Yeah,
it could just be one of those things. I mean, I think about you never know when some little component of aging is going to hit you. All of a sudden now, for example, if I sleep on the wrong pillow, it feels like I fell out a third story window.
Right.
It wasn't like that 2 years ago.
Right.
And
Well, I would just say, he do got like, I think I counted like 3 more gray hairs on the side of his head in the back. So yeah, it might be time. It might be time. But at the same token, Devontae Adams ain't doing so well either over there,
Right.
Maybe they may need to bring them two back together. I just don't know at this moment in time.
I don't think you get to choose like that.
Right.
There's some strong opinions that Tom Brady needs to go with him.
Well, Tom Brady, do you think that's because of the divorce that he's going through right now? He just can't focus?
No one cares. All right.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Well, no, I'm saying that because I did run into him out here, and he looked a little funny. So that could be it. I just don't know.
Well, we're all divorced, so we shouldn't be doing fine. So
What you say? We all.
I said we're all divorced. We seem to be doing fine. So I don't know. Sorry, Tom.
Okay, so check this out. Them trade talks, the Commanders, they trading. Who is this? William Jackson. I don't know what the third means to the Steelers. What that supposed to be? What's that all about?
It's about a draft pick later on. I really hate seeing you're doing this to bait me. You know that I really hate to see Chase Claypool go. I hate it a lot. It makes me so.
Where is he going?
He's going to the Bears.
Oh.
Are you playing games? You know he's going to the Bears.
I didn't know, but that's good to know. Well, I'm sure our producer would love to hear that.
I don't like it. Yeah, she probably likes it. I don't like it. So, we'll see, but this is just it gives me the sads. I don't like it.
Okay.
I have some other people. Why can't we trade Matt Canada? Why can't he go somewhere?
Well, maybe y'all could do a recall
on offensive coordinators.
On quarterbacks.
She made it seem like he was the water at Camp Lejeune. Like you just gotta. If you played for this OC during this season,
then you
may be entitled to a refund. Okay. You don't put a recall on that.
I want my money back. I didn't even pay.
Exactly.
So Tracy, what is that gonna do for your team that y'all losing old Jack third?
Hey, listen, we're just taking 1 week at a time, okay? We just won 3 in a row. We're all probably still surprised and shocked. Heineke's come out of math class again to once again save us. And we're just kind of riding high on that. In case you missed it, who won the day? That's when they the post game wrap up yesterday. They said who won the day? Taylor Heineke, man. He pulled out the come from behind victory with the awesome pass to McLaurin right down at the 1 yard line, and how fitting for Heineke to run the ball in for the score. So trade schmade. We're just going for W's. It's just week by week, okay?
Was he really that good, or was the other team just that bad, though?
I mean, it was a win on the road, too.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, that was the Colts. Y'all beat the Colts 1 by 1. Y'all squeaked that little joker right on out of there. Squeak!
Whatever works.
The Dolphins picked up, Bradley Chubb, a linebacker, right?
Well, that's the brother to our Chubb, the Cleveland Chubb. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's just this is weird to me. The Packers, they lost someone too. They're not getting another receiver. I think they were trying to get Chase Claypool over there to see if maybe there could be some magic.
You talking about Green Bay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they was trying to get Marquez, but he unreliable. He didn't.
He said they were trying to get Marquez. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
The Giants didn't pick up anyone. McCaffrey, didn't he make a move to the Niners? He's going to the Niners.
Well, no, he's there.
Okay, wait, where's he going then? He's going somewhere, right?
He can't be going somewhere again. Not the way he played on Sunday. They're like, we'll keep him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
clearly
especially
his move across the from the east to the west coast is done him just well.
yeah. That's yeah. Okay, so ladies, you know what? We had talked about head coaches in a couple of shows back, but they got the next group of head coaches that's waiting. And out of 20 head coaches that's in the queue, 5 of them was black. So I think we probably get maybe 2 of them to get a job. I don't know what y'all think.
Is
The
that
doorbell rang.
is that your house, Kanisha, or is that our guest?
I think it's our guest.
Yes, ladies. So with that being said,
What's
that is on your shirt?
I thought they were handing out that discounted candy.
What's that on your shirt? Ladies, do y'all see that? What's that on your shirt? Arif?
Yes, it looks like some type of typo.
Get your camera a little bit. We trying to see what is that on your shirt.
Oh, he can't hear us. Oh, he's on mute. Take yourself off of mute.
Okay, let me go and bring him in. Well, let me bring him in. Let me go and bring him in, and then we can talk that. Okay, so Arif is a founder and CEO of the African American Sports Hall of Fame. He has written 5 books, 3 on business, and 1 being Black Folks Had Bad Credit, Volume 1 and 2. That's Kanisha Tracy. He wrote them books on y'all. Bank on It, A Women's Ticket to Understanding Football, and In the Shadow of Obscurity. He also has a film, Because They Believe, a record label and a publishing company, an entertainment production company, and he is also a boxing promoter. Arif is the co-founder of the National and International Roundtable on Blog Talk Radio. He is a member of the NCAAP. He is also an entrepreneur on a mission with no signs of slowing down. And last but not least, he walks an average of 90 minutes a day. That is a lot. And so let's give a big round of applause and welcome our guest, Mr. Arif Khatib. Hello, Arif. How are you?
Thank you, guys. I love you. I love what you're doing.
Arif, what is that on your shirt? Can you stand up a little bit like this right here so we can see that?
It's a beautiful shirt here with the NFL. That was provided to me by delightful, thoughtful visionary, and I'm enjoying wearing it.
Yes, because y'all didn't know that Arif is a diehard, fan of that shirt there. He's from Arkansas. He don't have a team there. So, he had to get the next best team and represent. So I believe that is the Cleveland Browns shirt you got on, isn't it?
I think you're right.
Oh,
beautiful. Did you mail him that shirt, Cheryl?
Blink twice if you need help.
My family's from Arkansas, and that's nowhere near Cleveland.
So how are you doing, Arif?
I'm doing just wonderful. Thank you for asking, and thank you for having me on.
Yes. So Arif, for the people who don't know you, could you please let our viewers know who you are and why did you get involved in sports?
Thank you so much for the question. I want to do some clarifications of some of your intro, and thank you so much for the elaborate intro. A number of the things you mentioned was what I have done. I am no longer actively involved in those.
Oh.
I'm right now only involved in film and writing. The other things you mentioned were things that I have done, and I'm very proud and happy with them. I became involved in sports as a transition from when I owned a record label. I thought that may be it, but it turned out to be another opportunity to do something different. I wanted to, first of all, be sure whatever I did was going to help young people and shine the light on the African Americans and other people of color. And so when rap came in 2000, actually around 1998, I did not want to become involved in that process and felt being in the music business as a record label owner, I would not have that many options. And so I chose to leave the music business and started the African American Ethnic Sports Hall of Fame, which later transitioned into the Multi Ethnic Sports Hall of Fame. And that's where I am today.
Wow. So you said you're now in the film and writing industry.
Yes.
I was just kind of wondering, y'all got any open positions over there?
Oh,
For the talent like I'm watching on this show, absolutely.
there we go.
Little comedy there. So let's talk about In the Shadow of Obscurity.
Yeah.
Where did that title come from? What was the inspiration? What made you decide to publish that as you made a transition?
Well, the book is In the Shadows of Obscurity, Toiling in a Reluctant Society, obviously says what it says, and that is people of color have had very, very challenging, difficult times, and becoming aware, making America aware of who they are and who they have been. And so consequently, they have been toiling in obscurity, and it is my job, and hopefully others, to shine a light on them and to talk about this story of their struggles and the achievement, because they're a very special group of unheralded athletes. And so I'm very happy and proud to do that. I have another book coming out in November and February. I'm not at privy to talk about that right now because the publisher's not have it out on national news yet.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
No. So what was your inspiration for writing those books on businesses? And then what was the follow-on books? Based on your follow-on books, what made you go into a different direction from business to writing in reference to athletes?
I'll probably start with the fact that I'm a Gemini. Geminis don't stay on anything very long. I don't care what it is. We're visionaries. We start something and rarely finish them. We give them to somebody else to finish. Okay. And I've been known for that over the years. I started 8 companies, 5 corporations. And they were basically passed on to others because I want to do something different. As I indicated early on, I was forced to go into the sports world here in terms of writing and inducting athletes because of the music. But it was an easy transition because I established the Hall of Fame under the same mission that the books are written on, and that is to shine a light on those who have toiled in obscurity, made major contributions to American sports and society, and have not been properly recognized and acknowledged. And therefore, I think it's incumbent upon me, and I'm compelled to do that.
Wow.
So in the museum itself, I would imagine that you have different inductees, and then also how much space do you have for the Cleveland Browns in there?
How about Cleveland Browns? I cannot and do not favor any team. There are 32 teams. I like them all. And when you're a Hall of Fame, if you're going to do it right, of course, the current Halls of Fame sometimes don't do it like that. It's politically incorrect. If you're going to do it right, then you should not base the inductees upon your favorite team or favorite player, for that matter, because many of us had no choice back in the day. The players who played in the 18 and 19 and 20s and 40s, 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, they did not have a choice. So I want to highlight them, and I want to spend the spotlight on those folks who made it possible for the athletes today to do what they do and I tell them all the time when I autograph books, I have different things I put in. Sometimes I say, well, we stand on their shoulders. Others say, don't forget their sacrifice. There's a number of reasons why you want to do that, because I want folks to know that our people in particular is that we should not be afraid to stand up for our ancestors because they were not scared to lay down for us. And so consequently, I focus exclusively on the trials and tribulations and the contributions that these athletes of color have made to professional sports and the Olympics. And there's some compelling stories out there, trust me. In the film, there are 16 subjects in the film, and there are 24 in the books. They're not the same. And the reason for that is I wanted folks to know that there could be 15, 20 books out there, and we still would not be able to cover the athletes of color going back to the late 1800s who made contributions to American sports and didn't get recognized about it for it.
Wow. So I did have a question. So
Yeah.
who are some of your Hall of Fame inductees, and how often does the induction take place, and where?
Actually, there are approximately 275 athletes. God, where do I start? We had three induction ceremonies in Kenya, 3 in Ethiopia, 1 in Tanzania, 5 in Seattle, 5 in New York, 6 in Arkansas, 2 in Los Angeles, 3 in Palm Springs, and probably 20 or 25 in the Bay Area. So there are a lot of athletes involved. The first couple of years, I inducted 8 or 10 at a time. And the press would say, why so many? And I told them, because we have a lot of catching up to do. And so just to drop a few names in there for you, I want to put some names that a lot of people aren't familiar with. Billy Mills, Dusty Baker, R.C. Owens, Billy North. Oh God, it's just so many. And it started in 2009. In the beginning in 2000, it was limited exclusively to African Americans, and later in 2009, it changed the name to Multi-Ethnic Sports Hall of Fame, and included all athletes, regardless of their nationality. But the books have been pretty much focused on athletes of color.
Mm-hmm. So when was your aha moment that this is the route that you wanted to take? And then who was your mentor?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I said, what was your aha moment to say, this is the route I want to take. I want to write books. I want to go into the producing. And also who was your mentor? How did you get started?
My mentor was Malcolm X and Dr. Khalid Al-Mansur. I go back to saying that I'm a Gemini, and as a Gemini, we do multiple things at once. Mm-hmm. And so when I realized I started this book, I started the film in 2009, and picked the name of the book and the forward in about 2010, and didn't do anything with either one of them until the pandemic. I come to the pandemic when had, as Richard Pryor used to say, nothing to do and nowhere to go. I began to focus on what I could do to utilize this time during the pandemic. So I decided that first of all I would do my memoir. My memoir was done for my family. It's only for my family, not for public consumption. I wanted my grandkids, my children, and the other family members to know what I have been privileged to do over my lifetime, which has really been incredible. Then I moved over to the book In the Shadows of Obscurity, and doing the film simultaneous with the book. So by the time the pandemic It's not over, but when it was lit up around December 2020, I finished the book and I gave it to the publisher. It was released in February 2021. And after the book was released, as we were promoting the book, I finished the film. The film was released with a premiere on July of 2021 at a major theater out here. After that, the concentration was on moving the book, getting attention on the book. It did, and therefore the book that's coming out in February is picked up by another major publisher. It'll be done in 5 languages, and so it gave me an opportunity to market the books, reflect upon them, and decide what the next project was going to be, which I haven't, but I went on to one of the twins from the Gemini to tell me.
Oh,
You know, I'm supposed to be asking a question, but I told the producer, I was like, I'm just captivated right now. I'm just listening. You have a great voice. It's almost like I'm listening to you like one of my audiobooks. But everybody would tell you that you have a great storytelling voice. But my question is, who is your favorite boxer?
My favorite boxer,
Yes, sir.
Muhammad Ali.
I mean, without a doubt, of course. See, I didn't have a deep question like the ladies. I just came up with that. So I actually visited the center in Louisville. It was definitely a great experience. Great to see the history of Muhammad Ali.
He was my favorite because he was the best, and he was a great human being.
Yes.
And I got to know him well. So it was difficult for me to put anybody else in the champ's shoes, because there's none like him and never will be another one like him. He wasn't just a great boxer; he had a great heart.
Exactly.
so Arif, I noticed that you said you put athletes in there from the kind of back in the day. I used to run track back in high school and I played basketball. So I was just kind of wondering, can I make this book the next documentary or something?
Can you do that?
Yes, I'm available.
You can do anything you want to do.
No, in your book.
You do not meet the criteria at this time. Maybe the Senior Olympics. You can.
Right. I think all the slots are taken right now, Cheryl.
Well, Arif, you did say I could, get a page or something, right? In your next
book. The book is done.
Absolutely.
See, okay.
So he's so encouraging.
Absolutely. You become a visionary, and you do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel like doing. You must do it, though. You have an idea without implementation is useless.
Oh yeah, that I'm gonna use that saying. But what I was kind of coming back around the mulberry bush on was, when you putting out your next book, when you're doing another book.
The next book is coming out in February.
Oh, do you think I can slide? You think I can get it?
It was given to the publisher in late June, and they've already finished everything, and they're doing the pre-marketing right now.
You were this close, Cheryl. It's done.
I was going to see if you could. I was going to see if you could pull it back, so I could get a page in there, and then
maybe the next project.
Pull the book back.
Yeah, so I could get a page or a chapter.
You can't.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do another. If we left anybody out, let's do another one. There's so many out there, so many opportunities to develop books.
Okay. So I do have a question for you. So the next Hall of Fame, where is it gonna be at? And that's one question. So I'll let you answer that one before I ask the second question. So where is it gonna be at, the next Hall of Fame?
Okay, let me do something here. In 2018, I appointed a female president, and I'm no longer the president and do not have active day-to-day operations on it. I am the president founder emeritus. And so I don't get too close to that and involved, and I want to give this lady an opportunity to do her job. That is to be the president. She makes the decision. So I can't really answer your question. You can go online to multiethnicsportshallofame.com, and she should post up there when she's going to do the next one and when. My last ceremony was in 2018, 2019, February 2019. That was my last one. I helped her and I remained the chair of the nominating committee, but I don't have day-to-day operations, so I can't really answer that question, nor do I want to, because that's her responsibility right now, and I want her to do what she's good at.
Okay. So you had an event in Vegas, and you do something, I think, up in Oakland annually.
Yeah, we every year we did in Oakland, and in between we moved to other cities. And the reason for that is because the Hall of Fame is a nonprofit, and you don't have the budget to fly in athletes and ground transportation, hotel. So we take the Hall of Fame to them. The other reason to do that is because the people within that region, within that community, know who they are, and they give the family a chance to come and be in the audience when their relative are inducted. Like in Houston, for instance, there was Clifford Branch, some of you probably heard of, who passed away a couple of years ago, a really good friend of mine. Clifford told me, he says, Arif, I want you to do it in my hometown because I got a lot of family in Houston and they can't come out here. I said, okay, we'll take it to Houston.
Nice.
And we did. There, I added 4 or 5 other athletes, locals, and we had a great ceremony. So we take it to the community. But yes, every year we had one in the Bay Area. We did 5 at the Mormon Temple here in Oakland. And black folks had not gone there, but we were able to get the ceremonies, 5 of them there. We did a couple in San Jose, where I inducted Kirk Flood. We did some at the Hyatt Regency downtown Oakland. We did about 6 or 7 in a row in a hotel down on the waterfront. So we're moving around from different hotels depending upon the best deal we can get and management and what kind of relationship we can build, because you have to do that when you're a nonprofit. You have to cut corners.
Okay. Well, Arif, we could sit here and we could talk to you all night about all your accomplishments, because I know you've done over 2,000 plus things in your lifetime, and because you're a Gemini, so you got your eyes going all over the place. I'm an Aquarius, so I'm just floating. I'm just floating. So I'm gonna float myself right on up there on a skateboard or something to Oakland and come see you to one of your events. I know you was out there in Vegas. I could have got on a scooter and got on out there, came to support. So next time, you got an event, let me know. Just send me +2 tickets. So I ain't bringing hats and catering.
Not a problem. Now, a female Aquarius is similar to a male Gemini.
That explains a lot.
We could see that.
That explains a lot.
We needed you to come on.
I know a lot about you as an Aquarian.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Arif, we would love to have you back on our show where we have a lot more questions for you. But we are going to just kind of move it along a little bit. So, ASV breaking news. I don't know if y'all heard, but yeah, him. He's going to the Brooklyn. I guess it's the Brooklyn Nets or New Jersey Nets. Which one is it?
Oh, you dating yourself, Cheryl? It's Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Hold 1 second before you guys get over that. Thank you so very much for having me on and for what you do, and I love you.
Oh, we love you back.
Thank you so much. Yes, we love you too.
Thank you.
Take care, and I'm available for you whenever.
Thank you.
Oh, you about to leave? Oh, he done left.
Okay.
It wasn't time for him to go yet.
I guess it was.
Felt differently.
Okay, so I guess we'll just jump into our NFL Stitcho and stand up. We got the Eagles. They're at 7-0, so they are our stand up, and our Stitcho is the Las Vegas Raiders because they scored a big fat 0 in the last game they played against the Saints. Who knew? So We want to thank our producers all the way from Virginia State University, Morgan Holmes and Mia Fitz. So, ladies, it's our time, and we hope that our viewers will tune in next week. And until then, have a very good night. And it's until then, ladies, have a good evening, and thanks for watching on Another Sports View. Thank you. Bye-bye.